So I would love to hear your pieces of advice for women before I get you to talk to me about men, okay?
Because we're going to get to the men.
Yeah.
Okay, there's heaps and heaps to feminine energy, which is really, really cool. One thing that I do notice a lot of women, they get pulled out of their feminine energy a lot very easily. And there's one main culprit, and it's stress. A stressful woman, it's not feminine. So really, really be careful for any girls listening. You got to really, if you're stressful, you got to become an expert at stress mitigation if you want to be good with feminine energy. If you're quite a high stressor, it's really hard to be in your feminine energy. What is feminine energy? 4 main traits: nurturing, caring, supportive, and joyous. Really hard to step in those 4 traits if you're stressed. Also, another culprit which takes women out of their feminine energy is fear. So you have fear and stress, 2 very expensive emotions which will take from you a lot if you allow it.
Yeah, I love that.
There's lots of things you can do as a woman to be in your feminine energy and really embrace it really, really well. You can tell yourself, I want to be joyous, I'm going to try to enjoy what's happening. But there's a few other things you can do. You can do something I call an intentional reset, which is just basically giving your day a bit of a reset. There's lots of good ways to do that. Jump in an ice bath, go for a walk in the park. There's a million different things you can do. Some people call it self-care, whatever you want to call it. It's doing something which is good for you. Makes you feel good. It's going to be easier to step in your feminine energy really effectively.
Jen and I both are very high achieving, ambitious women. We both work, we're professional. I'm in sales, she's a lawyer, right? Like these are very masculine. We have to be very dominant and authoritative in these roles. And when I first met my husband, who is like a true alpha, he's not like one of these little bitch boys that's pretending to be an alpha. He's like an actual real alpha. And early on in the relationship, he's like, listen, this is not going to work. Like we can't be both vying for that top spot. Like let me be the man. Like I got this, you know? And really early on, I had to learn how to transition from that masculine energy that I have all day at work into my feminine when I got home and kind of entered into the relationship for the evening. And we did something called goddess time. And it's literally like I had an hour when I got home, when I stepped into the house, because at this time we're still like going to work, to decompress, reset, take a bubble bath, light some candles, do whatever I needed to do to be able to transition into my feminine and be soft so that I could enter into the relationship from that mindset. And I'm telling you, Jake, like when we figured out that balance, everything in our relationship changed.
What you did there, Nikki, with doing the bath and all that sort of stuff, what I call that is you took time to get into the 5 P's of feminine energy. Okay, the 5 P's of feminine energy are being present, positive, pretty, patient, and pleasant. Taking a bubble bath, it's very hard not to be present. And you're taking all that time so you can step in your 5 P's properly. If you're in your 5 P's, you're in your feminine energy. So it's a little trick for a lot of people listening.